Good afternoon and welcome to the transition journey from X stage to X3. X is the present status where you have a number of dilemmas related to the education, career, pay package, and X3 is after 3 years, that is when you are about to complete your graduation. The X stage is the stage of dilemma when one look forward for the future education and career prospects. Which career prospects he or she is looking forward for and what pay packages they are going to bring in. And ultimately that is through the source education, right? So beyond this journey of the first 2 years of graduation, what are the career opportunities that one can identify through the education prospects he or she has chosen? So this is the journey from the X to X3 stage with an action plan towards the choice of the education for the career and for the opportunities available in, in the global field. For the present presentation, the roadmap is first we are going to discuss about the evolution of the human resource management in India, the functional areas of human resources management, the present practices which are prevailing in the industry, and then we look forward for the career prospects in human resources management domain from the transition of the X to X3 stage and how one can avail these opportunities around. Beginning with the evolution of the human resources management, usually Indian authors have discussed this in the 4 phases. These are the early phase, the legal phase, the welfare phase, and the development phase. So the period from 1920 to 1930 is taken as the early phase. But long back in India, it is through the work of Kautilya that we come through an exposure to the aspects of the human resources management. It is Kautilya who wrote Arthashastra. He made reference to the various concepts of human resources management like job analysis, selection procedures, executive development, incentive system, and performance appraisal. The early phase has been the phase where the practices were paternalistic, where the outlook was that of a welfare. From 1940 to 1960, the industrial relations have overtook the welfare aspect and the personal administration has been emphasized on. From 1970 to 1980, the emphasis was more on the efficiency and effectiveness, and the development status was more focused on the regulatory framework, the industrial relations. From 1990, the development status was more on the productivity through the people. But it is 2000 onwards that these practices of traditional HR has been taken up with a strategic viewpoint. Now the human resource management has got a scope in the strategic development of the organization. From the functional organization with vertical lines of authority, now HR has a role to play in the processes of the organization. They have been treated as the corporate specialists who are helping the organization in developing the strategic fit. Because the outlook of the organization from the reactive has been converted into a proactive approach. Now the people, the workforce in the organization who was once taken as an expense has started being taken as an investment. The heart of an organization has been treated as the human resources management. The HR functions started working as the catalyst to the organization. The objective of the HR professional is to develop a positive and healthy working environment to increase the productivity and job satisfaction among the employees. The functional areas of the work related to human resources starts with the recruitment and the selection procedure, planning of the manpower in the organization, administrating the workforce, working with the compensation and benefits in the organization, balancing the industrial relations, maintaining and doing the liaison work for the same, performance appraisal, and the current issues, the contemporary issues which are coming to the organization on the daily basis. With this part of the presentation, we have understood the theoretical concept related with the human resources management. Now, let us move ahead to understand the prospects of the industry. What are the requirements of the industry related to the career nowadays? With a recent study conducted by Money India in the year 2011, the report emphasizes jobs continue to be created, needing an educated workforce. That is, an educated workforce is the requirement of the industry as well. There are new opportunities, new areas which are coming up. So we need to prepare the supply side with such skills that they'll be able to take up these new opportunities. They'll be able to work in these new areas. And the most important point which this report has come up with, India's large workforce has been stumbled in transition, and over 90% of them is inadequately trained. That this suggests that the industry-ready workforce is the prerequisite, is not only the prerequisite, but is required very much by the organizations. And the biggest problem they are facing is that this transition is not smooth. They are finding that the large workforce, that is over 90%, this is a big number, they are stubborn in transiting. Another report which has been given by Ernst & Young in the year 2015, this organization suggests that the business leaders and the HR practitioners, not only the budding workforce as suggested by Money India in 2011, the HR practitioners as well as the business leaders, they should constantly reflect on the following areas. This has been suggested by Ernst & Young report in the year 2015, that they should engage themselves in the following activities: evaluate and anticipate shifts in business priority while weighing the effectiveness of their existing talent frameworks to ensure their strategic fit. As we have discussed recently, that strategic fit is the area where the organization are now looking forward for the HR professionals' support as well. Review their execution related approach to spot and rectify errors in order to improve their overall impact. Monitor risks and gaps after implementing talent related programs, since there may be a need to review and refresh these. So this is very clear from the Ernst & Young report that the change is not only required with the upcoming workforce, but there is a need to keep on updating yourself throughout. And human resources management is one such integral part of the organization which each and every department requires. Recently, there have been a human resources conclave which has been conducted by Hindustan Times in the year 2016. Here, there has been an invitee of the CEOs, founders, and the owners besides the human resources managers, vice presidents of various organizations who have come up, who have presented their views, who have put forward their requirements from the budding GLIS workforce. And the comments are these. Few of them I have compiled for you. Mr. Anand Bhaskar, he is founder and CEO of Planet Ganges Consulting. He says that there is a huge challenge, not for talent availability, but dearth of the right quality of talent. From TVS Motor Company, the statement was, in the automotive sector, leaders come from 3 countries, Japan, Korea, and Germany. And we need to scale up the skills of our workforce to compete with them. These statements are self-explanatory why we should be into human resources management. Another statement from Wipro, the integral skills that are required in IT are lacking in the system. And to add pain to that, technology is also changing at a very high pace. So once you get yourself updated with one technology, within 2 years you find that a new technology has come up in the market, and now you are required to update yourself with the new technology. So the integral skills, if they are lacking in the IT system, then you can think that where we have a standing tomorrow. Young professionals are hopping, leading to low retention rate of employees. The iteration rate of the organizations are increasing, and this has made it difficult to balance. The present HR practices are required to play a major role to ensure the better retention rate, to come up with the problem of the high iteration rate in the organization. So HR professionals are more required, their role has been more emphasized to maintain that balance in the organization. To understand this better, here are some examples of few HR practices which organizations are practicing nowadays. For example, if I talk of TCS, they are looking forward for the paternity leave, giving of choice of working in different offices around the country, and discounts on the group parties, where ICICI is focusing on the quick promotions. Mahindra and company is looking forward for the reverse mentoring, where the budding or the new generation is helping the seniors to understand the new concepts of theory and learning the experience concepts from the experienced, from the mentors. So this reverse mentoring has been an institutionalized practice of making them learn the culture of the organization which is prevailing, and making the seniors understand the values of the innovation and what new talents are bringing along over from the institutions, from the academic institutions. Wipro is coming up with a strategy called Wings Within. Similarly, Infosys have come up with the concept of the corporate universities. Microsoft India has been working on the sporting and wellness facilities. The employees are allowed to choose flexible working schedules for the quality of work life. So this was the first part of the presentation, where we were discussing about the theoretical concepts, we were discussing about the practices, we were also discussing about what is the need as per the industry, what is the need of what is their need from the coming or the budding employees or the prospective employees. Now, from the perspective of a candidate who is looking forward for the graduation after his or her 12th, completion of his or her 12th, the areas of concerns are, number one, the first priority is the exploration of the career, which career I should take, and if I'm taking that career, what shall I study? And if I'm taking that particular graduation course, what were the subjects I'm going through and how these subjects would be taken up? Where will be I after or during the course of completion of my graduation? And at the time of completion of the course, what were the career opportunities which would be available to me? So these are the areas of the concerns. And first of all, if I select this particular university, what difference it's going to make to my career, to my personality, to my overall demeanor? So one thing which can be assured is that you'll get an help to adjust yourself, help to identify your professional and graduate degree opportunities for your major. That is one area which you can rest assured for. And the need felt by the organizations to identify and handle human resources management challenges at the level of the organization and employees to bring a balance between the two. Yes, this course aims to cover that campus. This course aims to cover that canvas of human resources management, not only at the micro level, but also at the macro level. It has that capability of equipping the future human resource managers with the contemporary knowledge and practices. Because the course have industrial exposure, it has internships, it has industrial visits, and how these are incorporated into the semester, this we are going to learn after a few slides. The syllabus has been divided into 6 semesters. The first semester will be having 6 subjects. One community service credit will make it a total of 19 credits. The second semester will also have 6 subjects. Each subject would be of 3 credit, and again 1 credit of the community service will make it a complete 19 credit semester. Community service has been taken as an integral part of the course and has been included in the first and the second semester for a basic reason: to make the students, the prospective HR managers of tomorrow, sensitize their responsibilities towards the society. This help not only them to develop themselves, but also help them to grow the community along. Semester third will include 5 core subjects, 1 open elective. This is the semester which will introduce you with your first open elective. Again, it will make a total of 18 credits. Fourth semester will be including 5 core subjects with 1 open elective and 1 program elective. In the fourth semester, along with the open elective, a program elective will also be introduced. So in total, this semester will be including 22 credits. And the exposure to the industry along with the theory will come up with the visit to the industry. The semester fifth, here the summer internship will be introduced, and on the basis of this internship, the candidate will come up with the report, the dissertation. A total of 18 credits semester. Finally, the sixth semester, a total of 14 credits. Now let us discuss about the open electives. The open elective has been introduced to the candidate in his or her third semester. There is a basket of open electives and the candidate can choose out of them. They include physical fitness and wellness, personal selling, mercantile law, competitive intelligence, introduction to psychology, introduction to sociology, corporate social responsibility, introduction to philosophy. The program elective, which will be introduced in the 4th semester. The program elective basket includes the following subjects: industrial psychology, human resource analytics, change management and interventional strategy, Indian philosophy and leadership excellence, international human resource management, acquisition of human resource. It is a mix of the traditional and the new subjects which has been included in the basket of the electives, the open electives and the program electives, so that the holistic development of people can be made during their graduation. So finally, with this degree, where one look forward to be human resource management discipline has experienced the biggest leap in jobs in recent years. And this trend is expected to continue. Corporations, NGOs are always in need of experts that help them to handle their most valuable resource, the employees. So with this desired qualification, you would have in you to be part of such a team. The public sector companies recruit the executives or the management trainees in various management fields at the entry level in the organization. That too is part of elite executive cadre for grooming them into professional managers. Even in the public sector banks, these HR professionals are recruited as the specialist officers in junior management grade scale 1. And let me tell you, the public sector banks have a huge potential for acceleration, for the growth, acceleration of the HR professionals. Any prospective candidate interested in a career in consulting may join as a management consultant or HR consultant in a reputed firm or offer freelance consultancy. There are a number of placement and recruitment agencies which offer good opportunities for HR professionals. In that, the job would be to understand manpower requirements of organizations and find suitable candidates matching these requirements. Such search agencies operate at regional, national, and global levels. A career in job portals may be explored as well. Besides this, if one has an academic inclination, then the teaching career in human resource related subjects at the universities, colleges, and management institutes can be taken up. Besides this, research oriented career is also a possibility. The trainees in the HR subjects are in great demand nowadays. Their role is also considered important in motivating the employees, developing their managerial and leadership competencies, and teaching softer skills like communication, business etiquette, etc. The social HR domain experts, the job opportunities for HR professionals are varied and exciting. Since this is 2017, so we are talking of the recent past and recent future trends. So let us now discuss about the employment trends for the 2020. What is going to be a vision for the 2020? As we have already discussed the trends of 2016 with the Ernst & Young report, 2011 by Money India report. Let's now discuss about the vision on the employment trend by 2020. It is expected, as per the Planning Commission report entitled India Vision 2020, that by 2020 total employment in agriculture may fall to less than 45%. And it is expected that a proportionate share will increase in the service sector. 45% of incremental urban employment is expected as per NASSCOM report entitled Perspective 2020. And it also mentions that this 45% will be incorporating 30% of the women employees. And there's a scope of 45% of new entrants. It is significant because this job creation in the rural and non-metro areas is possible because of the location independent models. As per All India Management Association, Boston Consulting Group, and CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industries report entitled as India's New Opportunities 2020, it is expected that 40 million new jobs are going to be generated by the year 2020. If you have any questions or any queries related to the career in human resources management or the job opportunities in human resource management, kindly forward the same, please. Thank you. PPT. कर लिया परेशान मत होइए, कर लिया, परेशान मत होइए, हो गया, ठीक है। उस बार भी 2 क्वेरीज आई थी।